today was tough. We definitely didn't expect to, lose by that wide of a margin. Started out slow, gave them a 13-point deficit right off the break, 2 block kicks. And from there, the game plan just changed. But, we had some good plays, couldn't get no stops on defense, gave up a bunch of big plays. And so from there, we just got to go back to the drawing board and clean this up. So a lot to clean up. I think the guys in the locker room acknowledge that. But this one's going to sting. It's going to sting for a long time, regardless of who you're playing or who the opponent is. And, they got to keep their chins up and just get ready for next week. That's the most important thing. I can't say put this behind us right now. It's too fresh. But definitely put ourselves in the position moving forward where those type of things don't happen, especially early in the game. So not making any excuses. They're a good football team. But we got to get better, for sure.
Questions?
You played this program twice, 25 years ago as a player. How different are they from what they were then to now, having seen them play?
As far as now, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, versus what I faced back in the day. But I do know they're a well-coached football team. A good football team is strong. Got some good players, and it was a good test for us. It was a good challenge, and I can't wait to go watch it. But for our players, it's got to be a learning experience, and hopefully they'll take away a lot from it. They will, and we just got to take the positives, out of it, and keep pushing. Keep pushing. It's just one game.
John Harlow here from Draft the U.S. Most HBCUs are often overlooked. I think you would agree. Despite the tough loss, how important or pivotal these games, and when you guys get a chance to play against the Big Ten, SEC for them.
Yeah, these games are important. Every game is important. It's an opportunity to go out and compete hard, and then one game is going to set you up for the next. And every experience matters, and so we got to always go into a game thinking that we're going to win, knowing that we're going to win. That's always my message. We go into the game knowing that we're going to win, not hoping. So, one, we got to get better in all 3 phases. It showed today, and we just got to continue to work hard. We got to continue to find ways to get better. Most important.
Did it bother you that the last 2 drives they were throwing the ball deep and going for a 4th down? And did you feel like they were running the score?
It didn't bother me at all. It's football. They're entitled to do whatever they want to do. It's our job to stop them and get off the field, get our offensive opportunities, and then when we do get stopped, we go out there and we fumble the ball. And so that's a lack of focus. That's not taking advantage of the opportunity, taking advantage of the moment, and so they capitalized on it. So I haven't never been in that situation before, so I don't know what I would have been thinking. But for us, you got to be ready for every situation. We always talk about being situational masters, and that was a situation where we failed.
You guys were able to get some success on the ground in the second and third quarters, including the touchdown drive. How can you take the successes that you had, getting your guys into space, and kind of put them into the next games in the season?
Yeah, well, obviously running the football is something that we want to do. We want to always try to get K1 going. But when you fall to these type of deficits now, that you gotta either slow it down, or you gotta try to go tempo and try to find ways to get first downs and move the ball. We was at a disadvantage in a lot of situations, and so moving forward, you can't create those types of deficits. Every game is not going to be like last week. We're going to be able to come back and pull it out. It's a good football team over there, and so regardless of what conference they in or the status of that team, it's still an opportunity to compete at a high level. Getting reps, every rep is important, and so we got to learn from this one for sure. Yeah.
Kind of following up on that, are there, I know it's early, but are there any positives you can take away from something like this? And there got to be positives out of everything.
Yeah, I think we was moving the football. We was moving the ball. We had some good play calls, missed some things. It was just when you start out in a 14-point deficit against a team like that, can't say that we started pressing, but it just kind of took us out of our game plan a little bit. We definitely could have slowed it down. I think we had a drive going, and then we had some penalties, and we was in like a 3rd and 30, one of those type of situations. And so, at one point we felt like we had some momentum. We was getting back into it, but obviously on the defensive side of the ball, you got to get stops, and so it goes both ways. So I'm not going to make any excuses. We got to pick up the pieces and find ways to get better.
So, I wanted to ask, how does it feel, to take a step away from the game? How does it feel to kind of see the landscape of football today in the NFL and the NCAA kind of mimic and embrace your style of play that was once looked at as kind of taboo and kind of frowned upon? You see it on all sorts of levels and stuff now. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, well, their quarterback wasn't a dual threat quarterback. He was a pocket passer. He hung in there, and so our guy was sort of a dual threat. So you got two different styles of quarterbacks. But they made the plays. They was more consistent in the run game. They made plays in the passing game, and we're not going to make any excuses for the things that we didn't do well. Playing football, you got to execute on all levels, and you got to find ways to do it right. And there's just no in between, or things are going to get out of control and you're going to get beat. So we're not in the business of losing. We're in the business of winning, and that's just what it's going to be moving forward.
Two more questions.
It seemed like you and Greg had a nice exchange at that post-game handshake. Just what did you guys say? What did he say to you?
Oh yeah, I love Greg. Got a lot of respect for him, the way he coaches, philosophies, and so coaches are always offering advice, offering help behind closed doors, and he's just another guy that I can reach out to if I ever need to. But in the situation that I'm in, it's for me to learn from my mistakes, learn ways to get better, find ways to get better, find ways to win football games, and get tougher and get stronger as the season goes on, and that's what football is all about.